Everyone can be a charismatic person, as long as they know how. Hi, welcome to the Self-Up. This time, I will talk about the book The Charisma Myth, by Olivia Fox Cabane. This book discusses that being a charismatic person can be learned, rather than an inborn talent. Interestingly, becoming a charismatic person doesn't mean changing who you are entirely, but adapting to a set of exercises that fit the personality you have now. Charismatic people have a great impact on other people's lives. Compared to the average person, charismatic people are more attractive, have a higher income, and lower stress levels. And again, all of these things can be learned by everyone, provided we know what we need to develop to become a charismatic person. I've summarized it into 3 key points from this book. First, everyone can have charisma. Who comes to mind when you think of a charismatic person? Maybe you think of an artist, friend, or colleague who impresses everyone. You might also believe that these people were born with the gift of charisma, whereas you don't have the right talent or personality traits to be charismatic. The good news is that all of this can be learned. Like any other skill, you can develop a charismatic character, no matter how much you feel that you don't have any charisma at all. Being a charismatic person is not only necessary for leaders, but this trait can help you in your work and personal life. Charismatic people are usually listened to, respected, and admired more. This perception will help you in real life. For example, in your work life, charisma will help you to get a job. Your ideas are listened to and adopted, attracting new talents, making people want to work with you, and more. Whereas in your personal life, charisma will help you to influence your surroundings, from your family, partner, friends, to the neighborhood community. Another interesting fact about charisma is that it is not something that is always present and admired all the time. A person may be very charismatic one day, and the next day they may not be. This is because charisma is not like a magical aura that envelops a person, but is the result when a person exhibits certain behaviors. These behaviors are non-verbal, so they are shown through body language. This is the reason why someone looks charismatic, because their body language shows it. For example, the charismatic actress Marilyn Monroe can switch personas between Marilyn and Norma Jean. On any given day, Norma Jean can ride the subway without a single passenger realizing who she is. But when she hits the streets of New York, she can transform into Marilyn. You might be wondering, how? Just by changing her body language, from adjusting her hairstyle and different postures, all eyes are already on her. It's a fact that is often misunderstood that being a charismatic person is the result of effort until finally the person can do it like an instinct. Second, learn to be a charismatic person. Charisma is basically how you make them feel after contact with you. There are 3 main components in charisma: presence, power, and warmth. Whatever personality you have, if you can master these 3 components, then you will become a more charismatic person. The first is presence. This means that you are deeply attentive when you interact with others, so that your existence is intact in front of them. Unfortunately, in the modern era, where there are often many distractions, deep attention is often difficult for many people to learn. Keep in mind, your presence cannot be faked. Your conversation partner will quickly realize it through subtle signs when your mind is not focused. In the end, they will feel offended and unappreciated. Then, this will make it difficult for you to build trust with that person. The second is power. This is a person's perception of how you can impact others. This can come from a variety of factors. From your appearance, perception of your wealth, your skills, and social status. Third is warmth. This is a person's perception of your good intentions, or they feel you will do something for their good as well. Interestingly, the history of human survival has always depended on finding powerful and kind people. In a difficult situation, we always find out if the person will help us and if they are capable. This is why, on the subconscious level, the combination of power and warmth is very positive in shaping our perception in the eyes of others. In addition to the components of charisma, there are 4 different types of charisma. Not everyone has the same charisma, and different situations require different charisma. First, focus charisma. This is the type of person who always makes you feel heard and appreciated, because this person is always fully present when they are with you. Second, visionary's charisma. This is the type of person who is able to make others believe in something and inspire them to achieve it. Third, kindness charisma. This is the type of person who is able to make others feel completely accepted without being given any judgment. Fourth, authority charisma. This is the type of person who makes you believe that they have the ability to change your life to be better. This type of charisma is very dependent on your personality, your goals, and the situation at the time. A charismatic person is able to adapt by combining or swapping charisma types based on the situation and conditions he or she is facing. Third, the hurdles to practicing charisma. Earlier, I mentioned that charisma comes from certain body language behaviors. Therefore, we must be aware of two main things, namely physical and mental discomfort. Sometimes a small discomfort can have a big effect, as it will show in your body language. There is an example of a man named Tom, who is a consultant who almost lost a business opportunity worth $4 million, just because of the wrong outfit he wore. At the time, Tom was wearing a black suit from the mall, but the meeting was very hot, and Tom was sitting directly in the sun. He spent the meeting anxious and squinting his eyes because he was sitting against the sun. This behavior was perceived by the client as anger, disapproval, and insecurity. Naturally, the client began to doubt Tom's abilities. The second is mental discomfort. Mental discomfort, such as anxiety or self-criticism, can have the same effect. Tom had spent the time before his meeting with mixed feelings as he considered what the result might be. This then makes him anxious and it shows in his body language. These two things are important for you to identify and work through, to become a more charismatic person. Being a charismatic person can be learned. By being fully present, having a positive impact on others, and being warm, you can become a charismatic person. Please comment in the comment section what lessons you learned from reading this book. Thanks for watching and being a part of the Self-Up community. If there's a specific book or subject you're curious about, drop a comment below. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos on books, motivation, and self-development. Keep growing, and I'll see you next time.